Firstly, training camp preparation, how you feeling going into this fight on the 31st?
Yeah, training camp's been really well. It's been a tremendous camp. Straight back from the last fight where it wasn't long ago, it was about 11 weeks ago. So I'm looking forward to this next fight, 31st of Jan. I'm going to put on a great statement performance.
Gustavo Lemos is a very respectable opponent. He's lost to Richardson and he's lost to Keyshawn Davis. So he's no mug. He's definitely going to turn up and have a go. What type of a challenge do you expect from your opponent on fight night?
Well, I know that he's going to come give it a go. You know, there's only one style that he fights, and that's coming forward. And I like people who come forward. It makes my night easier. So, especially my last fight, when you got someone just running the back foot, and it took me that long to stop him. It's more easier for a guy to come at me, and you know, if I can get him out of there in 1 to 5 rounds, it's a statement performance.
Adam, Ashway Clubhouse Boxing, just mentioned some of Lemos's previous opponents then. We've seen Keyshawn Davis destroyed him in 2 rounds, obviously he went the full distance with Richardson Hitchens. Probably more media than fighters, but do you ever use those type of results, what other fighters have done, as a measuring stick for how you should perform against him?
Yeah, I use it in the measuring stick where I want to get a great performance, I want to put on a great statement, especially Keyshawn, the way he delivered the performance is amazing. But when you look at Richardson Hitchison, he made it harder. Like the only problem with Hitchison, he hasn't got that pop. That he hasn't got that much power, so that's why he couldn't keep him off. And he wasn't staying in the centre enough. He kept running in the back, kept holding. For me, it's a bit of a different tactic, which is I'm going to box him and then take the fight to him. I'm just going to listen to my trainer Shane, and that's all I need to do.
Had a big fight in your division in a couple of weeks, Lopez Stevenson.
Yep.
Do you think he's going to win that?
It's actually in the same day as mine.
Yeah.
Funny enough. Look, it's a very tough fight, but I'm edging towards Shakur to win the fight. I think Shakur can beat him. I think he can. I think Tiafimo I think he struggles with southpaw. The only fight that he didn't struggle with the southpaw was against Lomachenko. But Lomachenko was really small and he was coming at him. But when he got Shakur, he's on the back foot and he's just going to box him, then I see Shakur winning.
I know you've probably been asked to death today, but can you tell us your opinion on Dalton
Smith? Look, hats off to him. I thought it was a great performance by Dalton Smith. I thought, look, he went off his tactics. He didn't go the way he wanted, the fight he wanted to play out, because he didn't stick to the tactics. But for him, I think he done a great job. I think you can tell that Subriel Matisse was just edging forward, and you know, you can see catching up. But Dalton stood there, fought him at his own game. But one thing about Dalton as well, his timing is really good, and he timed that shot and caught Subriel Matisse very cold. But for me, I just feel like, you know, the fight's getting bigger, and now I need to win a world title now. He's got one, I need to win one.
Adam, you showed a lot of respect. I mean, obviously you put a tweet out after the fight. One thing I found very interesting is that he'd just become a world champion in New York, and Eddie Hearn said that he dares you to fight him next, and that they would have to come down 3 or 4 levels. I mean, what did you make of that, considering that his guy just won a world title and then they're still talking about you?
The problem with that fight, it wasn't broadcast anywhere. Like, the only fight it was broadcast was Fight TV, and you're gonna pay 50 quid to watch a fight. That is like for that price, no one's gonna watch that. That's why I watched it in the morning. But the reason why he keeps bringing my name up is because it makes the fight bigger. It makes sense. If I win a world title, he won a world title, you make a unification fight, it'd be a massive showdown in England, which can be like a bit like Carl Frampton versus Scott Quigg. It can be like a massive fight like Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. You know, so I'm looking forward to it. When that fight happens, it's going to be a massive fight.
Just one final one from me, Adam, before I let you go. You've spoken about Devin Haney in the past. You said you've got what it takes to beat him. You're currently campaigning at super lightweight, but do you feel you're also at a stage of your career when you can potentially go up to 147 and challenge Devin Haney for his world title? Is it just the main focus is at super lightweight right now?
The main focus for me is at 140. I do actually have respect for Haney. He said some really nice stuff about me. And you know, he's a Muslim brother as well, so you know, I thank him for that. And but my main focus is to conquer the 140 division first before I move up, because you got Conor Benn at 147, you got Lewis Crocker there, you got Haney, you got the other champion as well. You got Marius versus Ryan Garcia, so that division is packed already. But my main focus is 140, and I think I'll be staying at 140 for a while.
Adam, you've got obviously business to take care Jan 31st, but obviously off the back of Dalton fighting on Saturday, these talks just aren't going to go away and keep intensifying and building this fight. You've obviously both called each other out previously. People still forget that you're only 23 and you're only 14 fights in. It seems to be everybody else that's rushing rather than yourself. I mentioned the business to take care of now. When do you think you're ready to step up to that world level and challenge for the belts?
After this fight, I think after this fight, especially like Lemos, he's been at the world stage. He's won 2 world champions. After when Keyshawn knocked him out, he became world champion. You got Hitchison, he became world champion after that fight as well. So after this fight, most definitely I'll be looking at the IBF route, because I'll be number 2 in the IBF ranking, and if not, then probably look at the WBA as well. So, but after this fight, once I do the job, then we'll look at that.
So you just mentioned Richardson Hitchens not having much pop a minute ago. He's the IBF champion. Is that the route you're targeting, Richardson Hitchens? Yeah.
We'll see. We're down to my team. Like, there's Antoine Rossford there, and you got Hitchison. But most likely, if I'm gonna be a number 2 in IBF, then I've got the opportunity to fight Hitchison.
I think you're ranked with like 3 of the governing bodies now.
Yeah.
Who's the best fighter at 140 currently, in your opinion?
There's really good fighters.
It's
a stacked division. Like right now, Tiafimo is probably the best in that division because he's accomplished more. But if you've got Shakur going to beat Tiafimo, then Shakur's probably going to be the best at 140. Antoine Ross was good as well, but Dalton Smith, he's good, but we just got to see where it plays out.
One more question. Who do you think would be the toughest opponent for you at 140 out of all those champions we just spoke about?
All the champions. I see every champion a very tough test, and if you win a world title at that weight, fair play to everyone.
Which one? I was in Miami recently with Caroline Dubois. You've got a lot of fans over stateside as well. For people that are watching you right now, obviously there's a lot of peers, like I said, Caroline Dubois and others, that are seeing your journey and they believe that you are going to be a world champion. Yeah. What's your message to young people right now watching your journey and seeing that you, as a British fighter, British Muslim fighter, are representing us on the world stage? What's your message to them, man?
Obviously, I would say, keep watching me. Hopefully I'll become a world champion. I'm inspiring the next generation. The main point I was getting into this boxing is to inspire the next generation, because I was inspired by Amir Khan when I was young, so I want to do the same. And a lot of people that are watching, hopefully they can take a look at what I'm doing in my life and they can do the same. It doesn't have to just be boxing; it can be anything else. So yeah.
Thank you.
Just final one. We spoke briefly at Spurs a few months ago after your fight with Kurt Scooby. You said you found his comments a little bit disrespectful. Do you think those sort of opponents bring the best out of you, or does it not really matter in your mind what they say to you?
It doesn't really matter what comes in my mind. I just feel like I got to do the job on my night, and that's all I have to do.
Great. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.